Welcome to the Coffee Connection Podcast, your daily source of business insights, well-being tips, and personal growth strategies, all in under 15 minutes. I'm your host, Pete O'Neill Jr., and each weekday we'll explore the intersection of business success and mental wellness. Join us for expert advice, actionable tips, and a fresh perspective on thriving in your entrepreneurial journey. Grab your favorite brew and let's sip, learn, and grow together. Welcome to the Coffee Connection. All right, everybody, welcome to episode number 1, titled Setting Clear Business Goals. I just want to take a moment to thank you for tuning into this podcast. You could have listened to any podcast, but you're listening to mine, and I'm thoroughly appreciative. I'm going to try to do these each day and have them be under 15 minutes. So you can listen in the morning, you can get some advice, get some tips, get some things that you can actually use and go about your day and be productive. So this is the inaugural episode, and I think that we are really going to set the tone off right by talking about business goals. You know, setting goals in business or in personal growth is so important because it not only helps to set a clear path on where you need to navigate, but it allows you to set milestones so you can track your progress. And so the importance of clear goals is that they help you to narrow down your tasks to specifics. So setting clear and specific goals are important because if you set general goals, you're going to have a general sense of direction. It's like if you're in a ship and you're navigating and you say, okay, I want to head towards South Africa. Well, at some point, you're going to need to know what port you're headed to. You're going to need to know what obstacles you need to navigate around in the Atlantic Ocean. You need to understand the conditions. There are so many different things that you need to understand. And so the goal is not just as simple as broadly saying, I want to go to South Africa. That might be the end result. But the goals are saying, okay, I'm going to buy a boat. Okay, I'm going to get a captain's license. Okay, I'm going to get a crew. Okay, this is the amount of fuel I need. We're going to do an inventory of all the supplies we need. So you're setting goals that are specific that help to get you towards your desired result. And those clear goals provide direction, they give you motivation, and they can also help to give you a general sense of purpose. And so in setting your goals, you have to define your vision. And so understanding what your vision is helps you to set short and long-term objectives. So let's say that you want to go to South Africa, but your vision is to be able to travel the world and circumnavigate the globe in your yacht or your boat. And so you're going to set goals, you're going to align the things that you do so that they match up with your overall vision. You're going to want to be in good shape. You're going to want to have good seamanship skills. You're going to want to have, if you need a crew, have the best and skilled crew that you can afford. You need to make sure your boat is the right boat for the job. And so all of these objectives that you can set help to align you with the vision. And you have to make sure that all of your goals line up with the broader mission and the values of what your business are. So now we're going to kind of circle back to talking about your business. Instead of talking about circumnavigating the globe, maybe you want to start your own, let's say, coffee shop. We're talking about coffee. We're talking about business goals over coffee, right? So maybe you want to start a coffee shop. Maybe your vision is in being an entrepreneur and owning and running your own coffee shop. So now how do you align your goals with the things that help you to create that business? And so when you create objectives, they should be actionable. So you're going to take your long-term goals and then break them down into actionable steps, things that you can do. So if let's say you're starting a coffee shop, you're not necessarily going to want to jump head first into buying real estate or leasing a space. Maybe you want to start making some recipes. Maybe you want to look at some different types of coffees. You're going to start kind of crafting your menu items because you can do that at home in your kitchen for just the cost of the materials. And so you're going to say, these are the actionable things that I can do to help me get to this long-term goal of starting a coffee shop. And then after you get your materials and you have your menu, then you have some friends and they taste test and tell you which ones they like, tell you which ones they don't like. Then you're looking at the market. What are your, who's your competition in your area? How much can you make? What should you sell your coffee for? These are all things that you're considering before you even open up shop. And so setting these objectives, like finding out that information, doing taste tests, having friends over, those are actionable objectives that help you to get further down the road. And in order to see how far you're going down the road, you're going to want to measure your progress. So you're going to want to monitor and measure what you're doing and then how you're progressing to and through these goals. And a lot of people use different tools. You might use time tracking tools to see how much time you spend on certain things. There are project management applications out there that you can get. You might use a notepad and a journal. You might use a document writer or a spreadsheet, whatever you want to use, whatever your favorite tool is for writing down goals and tracking them. You're going to want to employ those tools so that you can monitor your progress and keep track of where you are in your journey. And then, of course, as we're journeying, we're going to have challenges. Those challenges when you're starting a business can be financial challenges. They could be challenges trying to transition away from a job, challenges motivating yourself. And so when you encounter these challenges, you have to kind of encourage yourself to stay resilient, to say, you know what, I have this long-term vision. I have this thing that I want to achieve. And so this obstacle, while it might seem massive right now, I need to try my best to overcome this so that I can reach my vision. And so short-term goals and long-term goals are a little different, right? So when you are setting your short-term goals are going to be kind of things that are a little easier. They're going to be things you can knock out in a day or two. Your long-term goals are going to be things that your short-term goals lead you up to. So let's say you're on the first floor of a building. Your long-term goal is to get to the top floor, right? Then you might have some other shorter-term goals, right, that you need to achieve. Okay, I need to go to the second floor from the first floor. And then your immediate goals, your immediate short-term goals are like the steps. I'm going to go up this step. Now I'm going to go up the next step. Now I'm going up the next step and the next step and the next step. And eventually you're on the second floor. And so you can look down, you can see where you've come from. You look up, you see where you still need to go. You're still not where you want to be, but you know how to get there and you can power through these short and long-term goals to get to your vision. And so then we talk about, lastly, visualization, right? And so when you can visualize things, I like to put things on a whiteboard and kind of roadmap it and see where I want to be and where I'm going to go. And so I'll think of things that can go on my whiteboard to kind of motivate me when I wake up in the morning, because I've got one at home. I can look on my whiteboard and say, okay, this is something that I need to do. This is something that I want to accomplish. And these are the things I'm doing. And I'll put little messages on there like, you can do it. You can achieve this. Don't give up. And so having something that I can look at that's tangible, that I have to walk past every day, helps me when I'm trying to power through my goals. And so that's going to do it for today. I just wanted to encourage you guys to set some goals. Don't delay. Even if you only have one or two goals that you can think of, you're just getting started, just start writing. Just start writing. Sometimes there's power in just sitting and letting your mind flow, letting the thoughts kind of just come out and meet paper. And this is the fun part. You know, you're thinking about your vision, you're thinking about where you want to be, and now you're thinking about the steps that you need to get to that point. And so thank you for tuning into the Coffee Connections first episode. I am so thankful that you guys are here. We're going to be dealing with some more topics this week, and I can't wait to have you on board. Hope all is well. Take care.